Hello! How is everyone? I just wanted to get on stream tonight. First of all, I just want to see how everyone is doing. How's everyone's day? If it's been good, just let me know. My day's been pretty good. My husband and I went to the next town over. Oh, you're good. That's good. Yeah, we went to the next town over, got some lunch because it was his birthday yesterday. He turned 28. So that's fun. And then we went to the place that he wanted to eat at, and then we went and shopped around a little bit because he got some money. Anyway, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be doing my nails tonight. Let me know if everything looks okay, sounds okay, if you can hear me. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing my nails. This is what we are starting with, just very plain Jane nails. So I'm gonna be just kind of shaping up here because some are way longer than others, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna file them down quick. Does anyone have exciting weekend plans? Because I wouldn't say exciting weekend plans. I would just say we're doing stuff this weekend. I have to work at my regular job this weekend. Yeah, I don't really have that much going on. Yeah, let's see, what's going on this week? What happened this week in the world? I know last week we talked about Trisha Paytas and her son being named Aquaman, but I don't think... Ozzy Osbourne's funeral procession happened this week. I didn't watch it. I've never really been like a huge Ozzy fan. Not for any particular reason. It's just like... I know who he was and I knew his band, and my dad would make us on the radio whenever his music came on. He'd be like, who sings this song and what song is it? And we had to get it right. Not had to, but just I guess typical dad stuff. But yeah, I felt so bad for Sharon though, because she just looked so frail and small. That poor woman just lost her husband, and now she has to go out into the world in front of all of these people, mourning the loss of her husband. I mean, to be fair, he was a giant rock star, but I don't know, so sad. I tell Dylan all the time, I'm gonna need to be sedated. If something happens to him, I'm not gonna be doing good. I know we talked about last week how I was gonna start streaming games, and I was gonna pull out the PC. Turns out, I'm a big fat liar, and we sold that a year ago, and I completely forgot. And I just forgot that we did that just because it didn't work. Anyway, so I've got my nails mostly filed down, the tops. Now I'm just going to go in and kind of take off that top shiny layer so that I can go in with the base coat. because I'm going to be using a gel like manicure set from Model 1s. Oh my gosh. I about got blinded just now. Holy crap. And it's like a gel set I got on Amazon. I love it, honestly, so much. And it's great. I also put up blackout blinds because I know last stream this light and this light I have up here were battling it out and y'all couldn't really see me, which is fine. So I put up blackout blinds. Hopefully me filing this nail down is not super annoying in the mic. I should probably be showing y'all what I'm doing. That'd probably be nice for you to see. Yeah, like I said, I am just filing the top shiny layer off so it can sit a little better. We have nail clippers because some of these nails are still a little too long for my liking, but I have no idea where they are. I keep finding them and then losing them again, which is not good. I need to find a pair and then, or like either find that pair or just go and buy nail clippers and put like a brick on them because I keep losing it and I have no idea where it goes to. Yeah, so I have no idea. Let's see. What else is going on, guys? Dylan and I are going to the Ren Fair here in a few weeks. I have like Ren Fair clothes, but so I have two separate outfits. I've got like an all pink one, or I guess kind of like pinky purple. I have that one, and I wore that not in the spring but last fall. And then I have like a brown skirt and kind of a white top that I could wear. And I don't know which one I want to wear yet. I might come on stream and have you guys help me decide. And kind of do a Ren Fair get ready with me. I love going to the Ren Fair though. I've always kind of been into like the fantasy stuff and things of that nature, and we had never been to a Ren Fair until 2023 when we found out that there was one not in our city but Des Moines basically, and we went in just regular like street clothes, like because we didn't know what the vibe was, and then we decided that we wanted to start dressing up. And it's really fun. I love dressing up and just being all whimsy and whatever. And I also, more importantly, love seeing other people and what they're dressing up as. And because some people are just so creative with their stuff. And it's like, I would have never even thought about that. Like, some people are really, like, the Ren Fair is, like, their whole thing. And I love seeing it. Like, some people do, like, dress up as, like, mermaids or, like, dragons, and they bring, like, their pets and stuff. And, they do, like, this whole get up, and it's awesome. And they spend months planning their what they're gonna wear. Yeah. So, okay, I'm done filing down the shiny top coat of my nails. Now, I'm going to go take the base coat here, and I'm just going to put the base coat on my nails. But yeah, I think I'm going to go live to do like a get ready with me for the Ren Fair. That's not until September though. So we have a few more weeks until that happens. But I'm kind of always thinking about stream ideas. Just because this is so fun for me, guys. I love coming on here and talking to people. Yeah. Okay. So with this nail set, you kind of got to do a thin layer. And now I'm going to put my hand under the UV light. I probably should have explained that. This is a UV light. And for at least the base coat, I do like 30 seconds. Sometimes I wish I could go to the Ren Fair more often. Not more often. So, the one in Des Moines that we go to, they do it twice a year. One in like May, and then the other one in like August and September. And last year we went in May and then in August again. And we liked it and we had a good time, but at the same time, like, Des Moines is still pretty like small for that stuff. And we almost got like bored. So I think at least the Des Moines Fair, it's gonna be like a once a year thing for us. Maybe not always, but we also definitely couldn't go both days without it being like, okay, well, kind of saw everything yesterday. I just like going because I like dressing up. Because how often in your day-to-day life do you just get to dress up and be whimsy and have fun? And honestly, that's kind of my whole vibe. Like, I even have a Hagrid's Pumpkin Farm sweater on tonight, if that tells you how I really feel. Don't let that mistake you, though, because I am a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. I love Lord of the Rings so much. I started watching it, like, as a kid, because we would always travel out of state to go see family. And my parents had it on VHS, and they had a little, like, movie player in our van, and they'd put the movie player in between the two front seats at the front, and then they would just have us watch that, because they were like 3 or 4 hour movies. And when you have to drive 3, 4, 5 hours with a million kids in the backseat, you gotta entertain them somehow. And that, for my parents, was the Lord of the Rings. We watched Lord of the Rings a lot as a kid. And honestly, I couldn't tell you why. I think it was just, okay, my older brother, also huge Lord of the Rings nerd. And he read all the books, like, loved them. He went and would go see them, like, in theater, like, with my parents, like, that was his shit. And so he would want to watch Lord of the Rings, and we were all just kind of like, okay, that's fine. We can watch that. And we really couldn't fight him because he was the oldest, and it was the one movie that all of us would watch and like be fine with it. Until it got to the point where my youngest brother, Joey, he got old enough to start giving feedback on what movies he wanted to watch. And that was either Cars or the Robots movie. It's like the animated one with Ewan McGregor and Robin Williams. God, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm about to go in with the color. I don't know what color I'm going to choose. So I've got these, I don't know if the camera is going to pick up that good on the difference between these two colors, but I've got two kind of red colors here. Oh, focus. Focus. Okay, I got those two colors there. And then I've got sort of this kind of purpley color. I'm gonna spin a wheel and see which color I should do, because I can't choose, and I always do like a wheel spinner when I can't decide on something. Yeah, picker wheel. Okay. And I'm just going to do it by the numbers. So this red is 0845. This one is 0857. That's why they're so close, like, color-wise. Yeah, 0857 is a little bit of a darker red than this other one is. And then this kind of purpley color is 0860. So I'm just going to put them into my wheel. You can't even see it. I'm just going to put them in my wheel spinner here. And we'll make that choose instead of me choosing for myself. So 5, 7, 08, 60, and 0845. Okay. Alright, we're hitting spin. Zero 0845 is the winner. You couldn't really see it. Which is this one. So, that's the one we're gonna do. Let's see. So I normally do two coats of this. Like I'll do a coat, put it under the UV light, do another coat, put it under the UV light. And that's just because I feel like it kind of stays on better. Oh, here we go. You can kind of see the color a little bit better. Anyway, back to what we were talking about though, like Ren Fairs and Lord of the Rings. My husband one time called me a Hobbit princess for Jesus, and honestly I feel like that describes me accurately. Sorry, I'm kind of focused on putting this on my nails here. I feel like I'm always so terrible at doing my own nails and not getting them on the side of my finger. And then also sometimes I don't get like close enough to the edge of my nail. And so sometimes it'll annoy me that it'll just start to peel off because it is gel. And then I'll end up just like popping off the nail. And then I get frustrated because I spent all that time doing my nails so they look nice. And they ended up coming off within a couple days anyway. I'm hoping that I can make these last longer than my last nail set, because they looked cute. They were a hot pink. Yeah, they were hot pink, and I wish I made them last longer, and I wish I had the self-control to not pick at my nails. But unfortunately, I don't. And I feel like I only really, won't pick at them unless I go get them professionally done. Because then they're kind of just sealed a little bit better to my nails. And I also feel bad spending $45 on nails just to turn around and pop them off. Okay, this is the first layer. I'm going to put them under the UV light for 60 seconds. Have you guys been on TikTok seeing that SpongeBob audio where it's like, Mr. Krabs, start digging your butt, twin? Thank you. I think they look good too. I'm going to go in with another layer and then do a matte top coat. So, which I don't know if I should do the matte top coat, if maybe I should leave them shiny. I'll do the spinner reel for that too. But yeah, I have that audio stuck in my head, and sometimes I'll just be walking around, Mr. Krabs. My husband's so sick of me. Not really. He loves me a lot, but I can understand how annoying it is for somebody to walk around all the time saying the same thing over and over. I try not to do it, but at the same time. Okay, anyway. I think they're still kind of wet, but I'm going to do my other hand. Let these kind of dry up a little bit before I do the second coat. Okay. I'm right-handed. This is my left hand, and I'm going to be doing this hand with my left hand. So hopefully I don't mess it up too bad. But we'll find out. Oh no, I'm already messing it up. It's like on my skin. I can do my eyeliner really well with my left hand, but I cannot paint my nails with my left hand for the life of me. Speaking of fantasy stuff, more specifically me, I've been reading the Crescent City series, by Sarah J. Maas, I don't know. And so far it's really, really good. I started reading A Court of Thorns and Roses like 2 years ago. Flew through it, loved the series. And then I started reading Throne of Glass. Of the 3 series so far, I think Throne of Glass is my favorite. And then it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think Crescent City is just okay so far. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I don't get too much on my nail there. I think Crescent City is okay. But I'm only on the second book. And I kind of have to get back into reading it because it's been like a week since I read last. And I kind of hate myself for that. Not really, but it's like I want to read, but I don't have the motivation to. You know what I mean? And reading is like something I pride myself on doing. I've read 11 books this year so far. My reading goal this year is 15. So I'm hoping that I can get my act together and hit the 15 reading goal. It's just sometimes how you know how you're not really like motivated. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like I want to do it, but I can't make myself do it. Oh, anyway, back to what I was saying about the book. If you haven't read any of Sarah SJM, as the community calls her, if you've never read any of her books, go read them, please. I know she's kind of got a vibe for being like the romanticy or whatever. It's so much more than just like the smutty scenes. Like, yes, that is what people read the books for, but like, come on now, there's so much more to it. Like, let's be so for real here. There's so much more than just the smut, which is nice to read, but come on now. I know it's only the 1st of August, but I've been watching a ton of Halloween decorating videos, and I'm normally not like a huge like Halloween person, but I've been watching a lot of Halloween decorating videos, and some of the stuff that's come out is so cute, guys. Like, I've seen like quite a few of its like I feel like this year is a lot more like cutesy stuff. I feel like I've seen a lot of like Summerween stuff. So it's like the sheet ghosts in the pool, like, or in a floaty, or like a mummy sitting by the pool with like a drink in its hand or whatever. Which I think is really, really cute. I'm more of a, like, cute, spooky kind of person, and not, like, a horror type of person. You know what I mean? So I finished my left hand. I think it looks okay. It's not the best, but I'm now going in with a second coat on my left hand. But yeah, no, I don't like gore. I don't like blood and guts in the horror movie sense. Like, I can do like war movies just fine, but I can't do horror movies at all. And I don't know why that is. I get made fun of. Not so much now, but my siblings always would sit there and try to like desensitize me to horror movies, and it just wouldn't work. Like, I would get too scared, and then I'd have nightmares, and my parents would always get mad at my siblings because they were like, seriously, turn that shit off, because I would just get too scared, and then I'd have nightmares, and then my older sister had to deal with it because we shared a room, and she'd be like, I hate that you have nightmares because then you wake my ass up, and then you want to sleep with me, which, years later, she wanted to come sleep in my bed with me because she had some personal stuff going on that I'm not going to get into, but she'd be like, oh, I want to sleep in your bed with you. And I'm like, no, bitch. This is payback for me not sleeping in your bed with you. I'm not gonna do the 60 seconds in between, like, hands right now. I'm just gonna immediately go into this hand, and then I'll put one after the other into Mr. UV light here. I will say, like, of, like, the main two, like, horror movie, like, genres, I guess, like, subgenre, I guess, where it's, like, slasher films and then, like, paranormal, I would almost rather watch a paranormal what am I saying? A paranormal horror movie over a slasher horror movie. And then, well, I guess it's like paranormal, and then it's like creature, so like It, and then it's like slasher films. But honestly, in my brain, they're all the same. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, mentally can't do it, and then I don't sleep well. And then if I don't sleep well, then I'm grumpy, and I have everything else go on. Not everything else. That sounds dramatic, but I'm as dramatic as they come. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. These are going under the UV light, but I have to do them one by one. I'm going to do 90 seconds this time, just to be sure that they really get set up. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'm going to start probably decorating for fall. Hopefully soon. I'm probably going to record a YouTube video about it and post it up on my YouTube if anyone wants to go take a look. Yeah, my YouTube is the same as my Twitch. It's Andrew's Corner. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for these nails to do their thing. I really need to go get my feet, like, a pedicure, because my feet are so, like, dang, just dry. But it's not that I don't have time, it's just I'm trying to save money, which is why I'm doing my fingernails at home. I'm sure everyone can understand that right now. Yeah. Okay, this is what my left hand looks like after 90 seconds under the UV light. Okay, and now I'm doing my right hand. I always gotta adjust it just a little bit when I put my hands in. Yeah. You know what season I'm most excited for, though? Christmas. I will always be a Christmas girl at heart, and I love Christmas. I think it's just, like, the season of it, but I'm also like, Christmas starts November 1st. Thanksgiving is just kind of in there, but, like, Christmas season starts from November 1st all the way until December 25th. Um, yeah. And I love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. I love. I wish that this happened all year round, but I love how people are more like generous that time of year. Um, and it just really brings out the good in people in a world where sometimes it doesn't always feel like people are so good. Like you always hear about awful stuff on the news, and I don't like that. I always get super freaked out when I hear about like terrible, horrible, awful stuff happening in the news, and it makes me sad. But Christmas makes me happy because people are so generous, so happy, like the gift, and it's like not even about getting gifts or like giving. It's more so about like giving back, I guess. I really want to do an angel tree this year. Like actually going into Walmart and like shopping for the gifts for the kids. I think they have it for like elderly people too, depending on where um, you live. But I think it's mostly for like kids and teenagers. Okay, so this is what we got going on. This hand looks not quite as good as this hand, but what can we do? This is my right hand, and this is my dominant hand, and it was done by my left hand. Obviously, my non-dominant hand, and it's not gonna look as good. Okay, so now it's time for the top coat, and I have a matte top coat, and I have I guess it'll just keep it shiny, but just like the regular top coat. Almost always do matte, but I feel like for this color, I almost want to do shiny, but I don't know. I'm gonna do the wheel spinner again. See where that gets me. Okay. Okay. Spin. Okay, that says shiny. So I guess we're doing the shiny top coat for this nail set. Um, I say nail set like I'm a professional, but I'm really not. I wish I was better at nails. Um, just so I can go and do some funky designs. But sometimes one solid color is like just fine for me. Um, oh, this stuff stinks really bad. Specifically, the top coat. It just stinks. Um, ugh, I hate it so much. I am kind of getting used to the smell though, because like I didn't even notice it until just right now when I opened up the top coat bottle. Um, but still, that doesn't make the smell any better. Okay, 90 seconds. But yeah, I really love Christmas time. I feel like I talked more about Halloween than I did Christmas. I feel like Halloween, there's more of a chance to dress up. I think this year we're gonna actually give out candy. I'm back on Halloween, dude. I just said that I love Christmas, but um, I keep talking about Halloween. I think this year we're actually gonna sit and, at least me, we're gonna sit and give out uh, candy. We haven't the last 2 years, and thinking like every day, like the night of, I'm like, man, I really wish that we were giving out candy, but I can't change anything about it now. But I think this year I actually do want to like maybe dress up for Halloween and give out candy to the kids. It's just like it feels like kind of every year it's like hit or miss on whether or not other people on our street are giving out candy. Um, but yeah. Uh, so I think that'll be fun. Anyway, back to Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas. I start watching Christmas videos in July. I start covertly listening to Christmas music. And I did this more like a couple years ago when I knew people, like, was around people more often who they are like Christmas people, like Christmas is after Thanksgiving. Like no Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, which I think is dumb. Like I said, Christmas starts November 1st for me. I love seeing the Christmas lights, the Christmas music. I love it being more so. The thing that I love about it is that it's cold. I am not a heat person in the slightest. I hate the heat. It's terrible. And I know people who are like, oh my gosh, like the cold, it's so terrible. Like it gets dark sooner. Well, guess what? I work night shift. So it's going to be dark for me no matter what. Where am I? I'm in a dark room right now. So, beat that. I'm just kidding. Ooh, this might have been too thick of a coat. That's okay. Okay. And I think it's also just like the joy of Christmas too. Like, there's just like, what's not to love about Christmas? And I know some people are like, well, not everyone has family. Not everyone has a house to go to. Well, guess what? You can come to my house. Just, like, you gotta let us know first so we can clean this place up. But if you have nowhere to go, I'm sure there's somebody that'll take you in. I guess it's just like one of those things where like I was always kind of in a community where if you didn't have anywhere to go, you can come to my house. Because fun fact, I was in the military. That thing sucked. But I didn't. I got through it. But there were a lot of years where it was like, if you don't have anywhere to go, come to my house. Thanksgiving too, Easter. We had friends who, when we lived in Florida, I think we were at their house for just about every holiday because I was in the military when COVID hit and like nobody could go home, everything was shut down, and so we just did like Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, like, and it was honestly like those were some of the best times that I had like in the military, and it was just, I miss those people because there were people that we went to church with. Some of them were active duty, some of them were veterans, and it was just an awesome time because I just got to hang out with these people and just like laugh and have a good time, and they really started to feel like my family, and I do consider them family now, still, and I haven't talked to some of them in a while, but it's like I love them. Anyway, this is what my nails look like. They're picking up really orange on camera, but they are more red. I promise you. They're not the cleanest, but hey, they still work. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, like, those people were, like, family to us. Especially because, like, Dylan and I were newlyweds, and, like, that was some hard stuff that we went through. Like, especially, like, everyone tells you that your first year of marriage is hard. I feel like it was even harder for us, but we made it. We just celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary back in November of last year. We're coming up on 6 years married, and I love him so much. He is great. I love being married, and I love my husband, and I love being married to my husband. It's awesome. Don't let anybody tell you that marriage is, like, terrible. You gotta be with the right person. Anyway, that's all that on that. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to talk about books again. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm reading Crescent City right now, and I have so many books that I need to get through. Like I said, I've read 11 books already this year, which I feel like is pretty good because we're only 8 months into the year. But I still have the 4 more to go to hit my reading goal, and I'm just not feeling it right now. But I've got this huge TBR that I need to get through right now. And I feel like the reading bug is going to bite me soon, and I'm going to end up reading the rest of my book in like 4 days. Which, what can I say? It happens. Especially because I like listening to the book more so recently. I like listening to the book on an audiobook and then reading either the physical book or reading it on my Kindle, because I do have a Kindle and I love her very much. I bring her to work. I bring her most places with me. And it's so awesome. I love having a Kindle. If you don't have an e-reader, get one if you're a big reading person. Yeah, and I love to decorate it. I'll have to bring it on stream next time. But honestly, it's so nice to be able to carry around just my Kindle and not the physical book, because the book I'm reading now, Crescent City, it's the second one. It's like 800 pages. It is seriously so thick. It's a thick boy. Yeah. Well, I think that is the end of the stream for me right now. One last look at the nails here. Again, I'm no nail artist, but I think that's pretty good. But yeah. I will see you guys later. Bye!